So, hello, my dear friends, everyone. I decided to start a YouTube channel to share my conclusions that I obtained out of my research of the occult and conspiracy, me being a sociologist. I think it still is a very interesting outlook, perspective at these phenomena. And I started, I think, in 2009, 2020. I started my research. I started from the occult, from the tarot cards, and then somehow I was looking for explanations about how these things work. And I came across conspiracy theories because the conventional official narrative, I mean, scientific narrative, historical narrative, and other official narratives, they didn't give an enough explanation for those phenomena. Or they gave a very poor one, or didn't give any, just ignored, like not. Yeah. So at first I start with the occult, and then I came to equate. I got to equate occult with conspiracy. I understood that these two phenomena were kind of alike, and although there is a very strict separation of these fields, because occultists or scholars who so occultist practitioners and scholars who study the occult from a scholarly perspective, they are not into conspiracy theories. And I found that it was their flaw. As the flaw of the occult practitioners, so a flaw of the scholars researching the occult. Okay, with this small introduction, I would like to emphasize here that I will share here my discoveries and conclusions from my research of the occult and conspiracies, allegories and metaphors of comparative mythology, scriptures, symbolism, artifacts, just posing and comparing them to modern scientific theories and hypotheses and alternative, or as they often call them, conspiracy theories, as well as my personal observations. So let's start. I was having an Instagram profile starting from 2020, and then I kind of, when I felt that I already wrote everything that was to be known in the occult as I thought. I kind of didn't find anything essential to add to what I already wrote, because the most important, to my opinion, article I wrote, I think I'm going to read it today, maybe a little bit later, and comment. So what did I know? My worldview, or as they also say, a reality model, after this 1, 2, 3, 4 years of studying these topics: occultism in different traditions, occultism, religion, because occultism and religion, they're I will explain how, but they're very, very, very narrowly linked to each other. They are inseparable. And I will explain in which way and why they are like this. My worldview, a reality model that I built since 1920. Before that, I was a very conventional person. I went to school, and yeah, of course, I did ask a lot of questions the teachers couldn't answer to, or found weird, or out of this reality. I don't know how to say. As well as my mates, my classmates, they also thought that I'm asking too many questions for something that they didn't find any point in even getting to know the answer to the question, or this question wouldn't even emerge in their heads. For this, I got some names called on me, but not very bad. I had very good friends in my youth and childhood. So let's get started. I've prepared some materials here, and I think I will leave the article, the main article, I think, from my Instagram account for the last. And I will start with what I have prepared here. I have printed out some, it's quite a heap. I have printed out some occult, how they're called, occult emblems, Masonic emblems or Jesuit emblems, medieval, Jesuit and medieval emblems and paintings and schemes and so on. Some of them are alchemical, I think. Well, there are some here I would like to show you and to elaborate on what I think they represent and mean, and how they are linked to each other and why. But let's start with this heap. This is a heap of the, I'm sorry, this is not from this. This is not from this heap. I got it here. I have drawn a lot of schemes here. And let's start with the schemes. So studying over this 4 years of studying these topics, I came to a conclusion that the starting point is not material, it's mental. Why I thought so? Because there is such an interesting kind of philosophy that is called the philosophy of mind, or philosophy of consciousness, I think. And this discipline, it explains how, first of all, it sets, it gives a lot of troubles to materialists. Materialists, who are materialists now? The scientists, hard science, which means physics, biology, geology, all those things, all of those disciplines dealing with material aspects of our consistency. And philosophy of science, it shows very clearly how which problem those materialists have. I think I even have some kind of quote here that the only problem for a materialist is his own mind. Where is this quote? Because maybe I didn't quote it exactly. It was a very, very good illustration about the relationship of materialism and idealism. So anyway, something like that, nothing denies materialists' stipulations, but his own mind. So, what does it mean for our building of a reality model? When did I start? I think I started some 15 minutes ago. I should have tracked that better. Why? Analyzing several occult traditions, I came to a conclusion that they are, of course, not dealing with materialism. They are mostly dealing with idealism, with the world that is not in our, how to say, in our spectrum of perception, either vision, so we cannot smell it, we can touch it, we cannot perceive it with our senses. Not those normal senses that normal humans have. But there's a way to develop some other types of senses, and then at least they say, occultist state, that if you develop some, they even call it an organ, you can see beyond the veil of our existence. So what do we see beyond the veil of our existence? We see quantum world, the world of quantum waves and particles. How? In different levels. So first of all, mental level. I got to a conclusion that we live in a kind of I will use the terminology of IT, information technologies, because that terminology, it describes what I'm going to talk about, and it describes my reality model very precisely, so it fits very well. And if I describe it using that terminology, my listeners, I believe, will get a better idea of what to which conclusions I came. So there is this universal mind. Some traditions call it logos, but this is not the even this logos is not the primary reality, because the primary reality is chaos, and in physics, chaos corresponds to something like physical vacuum, and this quantum computer, this logos, it is already a step forward from chaos. It's like a bubble in the chaos, in the vacuum, and there, such a universal principle as order starts to establish. So we are living in this bubble, in this bubble of order, in this endless sea, I would say, and they even, occult tradition, they even call it primordial waters. They call the what I would say is which corresponds to vacuum, physical vacuum from the current physics. They call it the primordial waters. And this primordial waters, even in the Bible, we have this, the God separated what's above from what's below. Waters, vacuum. He created a bubble in a vacuum, a bubble of a bubble full of interesting things. I would say full of mostly light, because I will explain later why it is light. And I think that everything here is made of light, and even I'm into this holographic universe theory very much. It also matches my research, and it links those all of the occult traditions, religion, different mythologies, and conspiracy theories, and scientific theories. They match together very well in this model. So this thing that we call the solar system, it's it might be called a kind of a virtual space where holographic figures are being built. How? With the in holography, objects are being built by using two beams of light, and we have these beams of light in our reality. One beam of light, which is the beam of light, is the sun, and it makes a wave. It makes a wave, and a lemma, as well as the reflecting beam of light is the moon. And they together, interacting together, they create us, everything that is on the earth, this holographic, this huge holographic environment creates this world. For now, well, so the shape of the earth, since in my reality model, it's kind of virtual space, and that's why since it's not material, this question is kind of not applicable here, because virtual space doesn't have a form. Doesn't have a form. In my understanding, it doesn't have a form, but it appears to us, since we are inside this hologram, and we are holographic, although we feel ourselves as material, but we are holographically material. I don't know how to explain this, but this is my understanding of this. So, starting from I guess if we look at the shape of the Earth from a material perspective, the most accurate to virtual space, virtual holographic space, would be the hollow Earth model. In the hollow Earth model, Earth model, this holography fits very well, because where do I have this cute picture? Yeah, another thing that our universe is, our reality is, it's atom. Our solar system is an atom, not an Adam from the Garden of Eden is, according to my research, and I will elaborate probably separately about this, is the solar system. Out of this derives another question. If the solar system is an atom and we are used to perceive atom as something small, and here we're talking about macrocosmos, there is some kind of discrepancy, right? But this discrepancy will seems to exist if we get back to our holographical Earth model. Yeah, it explains this. I have to find. Yes. Here. In this picture that I have drawn while preparing for this videos for my channel, we can see the notion of crucifixion from a deeper perspective, because crucifixion, as interpreted by most religions, that's a very narrow interpretation, and it's kind of, I'm sorry to say it, it's it's fucked up. I would say it's fucked up, because crucifixion, indeed, it means that there is a the hollow earth. The hollow earth is like this. Means that the quantum computer of reality is in the middle, and it's hypercube, as you see, two pyramids, one pyramid here, another here. I even have written here that it's Uranus and it's Gaia. Well, the same we can see in this picture, because look, how to explain it? So this radiance here is the polar star. So it and it radiates. This light radiates. We see its projection to the this circle here is the celestial sphere. This term has been used by medieval occultists or even religious thinkers. Celestial sphere, okay. And here is in the middle of the celestial sphere there is this hypercube, and this is the all-seeing eye. This is from where the reality is being projected. Is from this all-seeing eye, the light on the top of this part, this cornerstone of the pyramid here, it projects the reality onto this I would say canvas, the canvas of reality, the earth. That's why it's hollow earth. In this model, we are living here, and the celestial sphere is above us, and it's really a sphere, but we are all around like this, all around this sphere. It's like an egg. It's inside of the earth, not outside, as we think that we are here, and the celestial. We don't even say now celestial sphere, because we think that the cosmos is endless. But in my reality model, the scientific concept looks like it is kind of wrong, because while comparing all of these things like scriptures, mythologies, my personal observations, and conspiracy theories, I think that the celestial sphere is above our heads, but we live around it. The earth, the ground is around it. Okay, so here another scheme of the same thing without pyramids. Polaris, the black sun. So they're saying that I would say there's such a concept that a star, one side of the star is white light, jet, of light beam, and the other side of it is a black hole. So in my understanding, the solar system contains this, the earth is the solar system, first of all, because the celestial sphere is inside of the earth, not the opposite, as the science is saying. So it's a closed system, and the white side of the white black hole is the Polaris, and the black hole side of this white black hole is the black sun, the earth kernel. And some conspirologists, there are some evidences that have been configurations of our quantum computer. Here, this Logos. When there was no this axis, sun and the moon, this is the axis of the sun and the moon. So there have been civilizations, or we can say levels of the game. I promise to use the terminology of information technology, because it's very useful here. In some levels or rounds of the game, there is only this axis here. The sun and the moon, for example, is now in this current matrix, this current round of the game. So we have two axes of polarization, because this is polarization, Polaris. And this is the concept of crucifixion is this. What they say in the religion about the Christ, it's for the for ordinary people, not for those who want to go deeper into understanding of how our reality works. So this is the notion, the concept of the crucifixion, that there are two axes, not one. In this current matrix, current game round or level, whatever you call it, there are two axes. And mythology shows this. Mythology and artifacts show this. How? Most mythologists start with which kind of duality? Not good and evil. This is not the starting point of duality. The starting point of duality, the first axis of polarization, is chaos against order. And it is reflected in the mythologies all around the world, almost in all mythologies, as the fight of the Titans against Olympians, or asses, how they call those gods. Greek mythology, Titans against Olympians, chthonic deities, chaotic deities against the gods of order that represent some principles of order. For example, in the Norse mythology, it is Vans. I think this is the English name for them, and asses. In Sumerian mythology is Tiamat against Marduk. Okay, and then when the order won the battle, because the Olympians defeated the chthonic deities and the Titans, and Marduk, he cut Tiamat. This Tiamat was I guess she was a snake, representing the most chthonic chaos deity, and the gods, the principle of order has won. Then after this stage of the game, another axis of polarization of this universal mind emerged, and now we are living in this stage when this is the Christian axis of polarization, because it's good against evil. So, and this is the crucifixion, because our mind opposes the two main principles. Logos is the universal mind, but we are emitted by him, and we are nothing more than a combination of universal principles that he has. He has all of the universal principles in him, but then he starts to, to divide, like first like this and like this, and we are currently in this crucifixion stage. So our mind is very divided, in at least in two axes. How chaos and order are fighting inside of our mind, and good and evil is fighting inside of our mind, as well as many other. But these are many other positions, but these are the most profound. Before Christianity, mythologists didn't have this concept of good and evil. For example, if we take paganism, they don't have it. They don't have this good and evil. They don't consider anything good or anything evil. The same thing can be good for one person and bad for another. Yes. So, okay. Another thing I wanted to show you, that the crucifixion, for you to understand that crucifixion is not from the point of occultism. Crucifixion is not what normal people are supposed to think. For example, look here. There are a lot of early Christianity left for us artifacts, but later Christianity tried to destroy all of these artifacts. Although those attempts were not 100% successful, so we in our current days, can still find some very peculiar artifacts, pictures. For example, look here. This is the crucifixion. But what kind of crucifixion? I don't know if it's possible to say like this. What kind of crucifixion? Here we can see, surprise, surprise, that Jesus doesn't necessarily need to be a man. Here we can see the Great Mother, or the Queen of Heaven, and she's also on the cross, and she's being coronated there. So on the cross, doesn't necessarily need to be a man. He doesn't necessarily need to be tortured and dead. So we can see here this Queen of Heaven. She's a queen. She's not she's not a prisoner, not condemned to any crime. She's not going to be tortured. Sorry. She's not going to be tortured, nothing of that kind. Yes, so a lot of artifacts like this exist. I think I will publish this one along with some other interesting pictures also on my Instagram account, which is called Occult Svetlana. Yeah, Occult Svetlana. I'm going to show it to you, and I think a way to elaborate more on these topics, a good way of elaborating on these topics to make my videos more structured could be, here's my Instagram account with my articles. I think I'm going to start reading my articles because I wrote them in probably 2021, and since then my understanding was evolving, and I'm going to read them, what I thought in the beginning of my research year, and I'm going to comment it from my current perspective. So another thing that I'm going to tell you today is that since I'm going to use the terminology of information technology, we can see that we have this quantum computer of reality, which doesn't have a personality. However, this is the quantum. This is another depiction of this quantum computer. Another good depiction of this quantum computer is a tree. Okay. This is the view from above, and this is a view from the side. So the two main the big schemes of this of our software, of our quantum computer of reality, is astrological circle or a tree. They call it the tree of life. Here, well, this one is not very, how to say, classical. A classical one I can find here, I think. Yeah, this is the tree of life. But this is the tree of life after the fall of man, after a phenomenon that some occultists call the fall of man. This is Kabbalistic tree, and this is just Western astrology, normal Western astrology. So this is the scheme. It has a language. Our software is this quantum computer of reality. Let's see. This cube, hypercube. It emits hologram here through sun and moon currently, but it was not sun and moon were creating the hologram not in all configurations of this quantum reality computer. There are some games where, as I said, this polarization is not there, and such worlds are considered to be much easier, much we would call it the paradise civilization, paradise world. And actually, there are a lot of artifacts that are like material artifacts on Earth currently that are believed to be remnants from those games, stages, I don't know, stages of the configurations of the quantum computer, where there was not, where it was not crucified yet, like the logos, the consciousness, that the mind of God was not crucified yet, because there was no polarization, this axis. So if we have the structure, what's the programming language? And according to my research, I think the best phenomena that suits this purpose, or not purpose, but function that serves this function is what's called sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is a whole big topic. So I was talking about the this scheme, the black-white hole here, Polaris and the kernel of the Earth. And another way to depict this scheme is a toroidal field. I like to, because there is a lot of symbolism about the toroidal field. For example, the I portal 101, they call it, or yeah, the fish, I think, the fish also. Yes, so here. For example, this one. I was trying to depict a toroidal field, and this is the fish eye here also. The fish and the eye actually is the same thing. It's this hole here, the portal 101, portal from which the where from the world of ideas, the ideas are transformed into material things through this portal. It's the all-seeing projecting the reality, the quantum computer projecting the reality with this cornerstone. Then the light goes like this, and we can see sun. Getting back to the Masonic and Jesuit emblems. Another thing, who writes the coding language? Who writes? So there is this quantum computer of reality who is not personal. It doesn't have a personality, but it's like an artificial intelligence, but it's not an artificial, it's natural intelligence, the primordial intelligence, I would say. So he has these different configurations. I believe he's automatic, because he doesn't have a will, he doesn't have a we have. So who are we? we are this quantum computer has a lot of qualities or universal principles. I would start with. Then this universal principles, they refract when they go through the when they descend to the material world. They pass several stages. So universal principles can refract. Why I say refract? Because since this is a celestial sphere, it's so it is believed to have qualities of a glass. Why do they have this? There is a community of flat earthers, and they think that they are capped with a dome, a glass dome. But in my reality model, it's not the case, because it's a glass sphere. Our Earth is a glass celestial sphere. It's not it's some kind of different kind of glass, and maybe it's not even from our dimension. I don't know how to say, but it's on it something that emerges on the edge of the world of ideas, programming language, programming area, I would say, and the world of forms, the material world. On this edge, there is something that feels like glass, and that's why we have refractions. This notion of refraction. So universal principles from the quantum computer, they're being projected into the canvas of our reality, and these are the stages. The stages they pass. Universal principles. So this, we can see signs of planets here. Planets are universal principles, but universal principles can they exist in different levels for us. For example, there is such a concept of archetypes with which this famous the famous psychiatrist, he elaborated this concept of archetypes. So the planets are archetypes. In the emotional layer of reality, they are perceived as different emotions. In mathematics, and physics, these are different physical phenomena. Biological phenomena is different. So they have representation on each level of each aspect of our existence, but they all go back to some 7 or 10 universal principles, like the planets we have in the solar system. In my reality, in my reality model, of course, these are not planets, like they say in the contemporary science. They are, I would say, they are informational. I don't know how to say. So they project code. Universal principle. Each universal principle has a code. So these are they're called wandering stars in astrology and in ancient astrology. They're operators which govern certain principles, and they project this their influences on us. Who are we? We have an ego. We are a part of this big quantum computer. But why did he create us? I'm not sure that I think it's not a willful creation. It's his quality to emit consolidated parts of universal principle, different combinations of those, and to project them to the canvas of reality for them to interact. Why? Honestly, I didn't grasp why yet, and as far as I know, no one grasped why. Why we can't understand this? Why is it necessary to for different combinations to interact? Why do we need to exist? I'm a combination of universal principles, which can be read in my natal map. So this is the sacred geometry, right? Finally, this all this traces all the way of the moon, the way of the sun, the way of those informational operators, wandering stars, which we call planets. That in my reality models, the only planet is the Earth here, and the Earth is, and it is not a planet. It's a star, double-sided star. Polaris is the jet, white. It's white side, and the black sun, the so-called black sun, occult, there is such an occult concept term. It is on the other side. And wandering stars. So this axis is of this white black star. This is a toroidal field, and this is a scheme how different universal principles combine with each other and project the canvas of our reality, which is we call the Earth, the surface. So I think this trial video should be ended here. I will look at it. I don't know if I'm going to post it or I'm going to go on, because actually I was trying to structure the material, but it is so vast that I just got lost. Also, why I'm doing these videos, to structure my own knowledge, to also maybe to find some spectators, someone who watches this and who could give me some advice, some comments on something that I didn't grasp myself. Maybe, I don't know, why would such a person help me, but who knows? Maybe he or she finds some reason for that. I hope so. So let's finish here and let's see how we are going to proceed. Bye bye and thank you for watching. See you next time.